Hello and welcome to this week's video where I will be reviewing the Volkswagen Golf Mark 6 1.6 diesel. So let's dive right in. Start this review by talking about the front seat and interior of this Volkswagen Golf. First of all, as you can see again, it's a nice and clear layout for the dials. So this time rev count on the left and temperature on the left, and speedometer on the right and fuel gauge on the right. In the center you have this little screen which when I will start the car you can see what information displays, but it's how much miles the car's done and the fuel economy, etc, etc. Moving down to the right, you have your light controls, which are controlled by this switch, so it feels nice and easy and nice quality as well. And here you have your window controls, child lock, wing mirror controls, and your lock and unlock the car. Moving to the center, so you have the air vents on top, has a light button on top as well. It feels quite plasticky and cheap, however when you click it you do feel like you have clicked. On top of the dash, first of all, let's talk, this is a reasonably soft touch material, so good quality. However, this piece in the center, this plasticky piece, is not good quality at all. I'll talk about the screen when the car is started. Moving down, you have your climate controls and you have a storage cubby there. You can put your phone and your charging cable, as you can see here. Now further, you can see this is a 5-speed manual car, nice shaped gear stick, nice and round so you can fit your hand easily on it. Moving further down, you have your armrest here, where you can rest your arm, obviously. As for practicality and features, well, you have a reasonable sized glove box, reasonable size door bins unlock in the back. In these you can actually fit things to store. Screen starts with a welcome to Volkswagen, so to remind you that you are in a Volkswagen now. As for the screen itself, well, it has shortcut buttons, 3 on this side, 3 on this side. It also has a CD input function, as is a car from that era. So if you go on a phone, you can see no phone connected at the moment. On media, Bluetooth audio, you can go on setup and then you can change things like the system, language, you can factory set it, you can do display brightness and colors, and you can also if I go back, as you can see, this is not the most responsive of screens. However, for a car of 2011 it does do the job, as you might expect it to. And this is your volume control button and your on off for the screen button. Right, so here in the back seat of the Volkswagen Golf, as you can see, I have enough room to sit here comfortably in the back seat. Also, I have more than enough headroom, so I can do long distances in the back of this car. Now, if I move the camera over here, you can see there's a child seat fitted, and even though you have to fit a reasonably big size child seat, you don't have to move the seat too much forward, so there's still enough room for an adult to get comfortable on that front seat. Also, I should point out, this car has a central armrest here, so if 2 people are sitting in the back, or 1 person or a child, you have enough. You have this to rest your arm on, which is nice, and it's a nice comfort accessory. As for practicality back here, well, you have these door pockets, seat pockets. They are nice and big and they can fit reasonable stuff. However, you have very, very useless, I don't know what you can fit there, door bins, very useless. Yeah, so as for practicality, you can fit 2 adults or 1 adult with a child seat. However, in terms of features such as storage, it is lacking. As you can see here, we are in the engine bay of this car. Now this is a 1.6 litre 4-cylinder diesel engine, as signified by the TDI, and As for horsepower, it's not much. It's around 120 horsepower. However, this engine's strong suit is its torque. Has 400 newton meters of torque, which is newton meters found in much bigger engines as well. And you can really feel that midway through acceleration, you put your foot down, this car pulls like a madman, and that's thanks to that torque. Otherwise, for layout, well, it's slightly confusing. The engine has a cover on it, well, but things are labeled as you can see there, so it's not much of an issue trying to operate here for an experienced mechanic. So driving the 1.6 Volkswagen Golf. Now this is the Mark 6 car, and this model was famed for its low slung driving position, which makes it feel sporty, and that it does. However, our long term of use, this might be a bit problematic for tall drivers. Secondly, another thing that makes this car feels very sporty is just heavy steering, and again, for longer journeys and longer drives, this might make the driver feel tired. And another thing that's sportly set up is the clutch, again, which is heavy. The gear change is hard, the clutch is heavy, and yeah, you do get tired over longer periods. However, this thing also has a few positives. The engine, even though it's a diesel, is very fast and very strong, and especially on the motorway speeds, you press your foot down, it goes very quickly. It's a very fast, very good engine, and also the suspension is very comfortable for such a sporty feeling car. It's very comfortable over bumps and stuff. However, one thing that does reduce the comfort is in fact the loud engine. And because it's a diesel engine, it's loud. However, it's louder than normal diesel engine. It's more gruff, and hard acceleration, you can really feel the vibration and noise coming into the cabin, and ideally don't want that over longer use, and this makes it, well, slightly uncomfortable. However, these are small issues. Another good thing about this car is the brakes. The brakes feel nice and strong, again set up for a sport to drive and feel. So that is the driving. Now it's time for the verdict of the 1.6 Golf from 2011. For the verdict, I like this car styling. It's smart and sharp at the same time, and also sporty looking, so it gets a good score in terms of styling. Interior, it's a small interior but nicely laid out. However, the design is starting to show its age, as it's from 2011. The gearbox and engine combination are good. However, the clutch is a bit too heavy and the engine a bit too noisy. In terms of practicality, well, it's reasonable. You can fit some stuff in the boot, and you can fit 2 adults in the back, 2 in the front, so it gets a medium score. Overall, I think it gets a 7 out of 10. Would you agree with my verdict? Please let me know in the comments below, and please don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and stay tuned for the next video next week. Thank you for watching. See you later.